This is what it's like inside the world of incels. Let's go ahead and take a sneak peek inside of the life of an incel. All right? This is a documentary. We're going to go ahead and see what goes on in their lives. Maybe try to get a little hint of what goes on in their mind to kind of try to understand. I already know what goes on in their minds, but let's hear it from the incel themselves, okay? And for the incels, I already know every time I make an incel video, there is some incel in my comments getting mad at me. Listen, buddy, I'm not your enemy, okay? If you're an incel, I am literally helping you guys, okay? I have over 700 videos and they are all helping you to create a mindset that will help you in this life, right? Because the problem with incels, and I don't mean to go on a rant, but I'll make it quick. The problem with incels is that they think they deserve respect, right? Men in this world who haven't worked for anything, they believe they deserve respect, and that's why they're so mad, they're so angry. But what you need to understand in this world, respect is earned. Okay, so if you want respect from men, if men don't respect you, if men pick on you, it's because you haven't earned that respect. If women don't respect you, it's because you haven't earned that respect. Whether it's achieving something financially, whether it's achieving, creating a nice body to where you have some sort of physical presence, whether it's learning how to speak, learning how to be confident, you've earned those things, right? So people have no choice but to respect it, right? When I walk into places, people respect me because of the way that I carry myself, and all those things were earned. None of those things were ever given to me. And I can't get mad at the world if I haven't put in any work and think that I deserve respect. I'm like, why don't these people respect me? Oh, these people, when I haven't put in nothing, no effort. The world does not respect people who put in no effort. So if you're an incel and you believe that women should just love you, these women, and you point the finger at women, understand women aren't the problem. Don't get mad. Put in the work. Figure out what you're doing wrong. Change your mindset. 9 times out of 10, we're about to see what they talk about in here, but 9 times out of 10, it's the mindset that makes a man an incel. Besides looks, right? And there's only so much you can do for looks, but you can try to maximize that. And if you're at the peak of your maximization, I don't even know if that's a word, of your maximization on your looks, then at a certain point, it's all about the mindset. The rest is just mindset. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Fireball multiple. Ellie, I'm going to fireball multiple government buildings. Ellie, my name is Spaft, S-P-A-F-T. I live in the United Kingdom. Within the next few months, I'm going to fireball my cities. Remember that. And if you don't report me to the police, it's on your conscience, honey.
That's a kind of sarcastic bit.
This is a performance for the cameras and for me, a woman.
Look at this, bro. Hold on. Look at this, bro. Look at this. This is why you're an incel, okay? I'm just kidding. You can still have a woman. But look at this room. This room has no sort of sex appeal. Not even a bed frame. The bed is on the floor. You think that, see, this is the problem. Incels put in no effort at all. What is this in the back? What even is this? If a woman walks in here, she can just smell your crusty sock. Because it just screams incel. You got to put in some effort in every area of your life. Look at this. Get a bed frame. Make sure your room looks nice. So when you invite a woman over, she's like, wow, this is a nice place. I bet other women come to this place as well. Because if you have a bed like this, she might think, oh yeah, this guy's gonna abduct me. I gotta figure out a way to get out of here. She's gonna look around. She's gonna see a little towel. She's gonna start putting things together in her head. She's gonna say, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? I'm sure there's chloroform. I can start to smell the chloroform. This guy's gonna drug me. This guy's insane. He literally doesn't even have a bed frame. This guy is a maniac. I gotta get out of here. All right, so Let's keep watching, man.
Because this is a chat room of incels, virgins spread across 3 continents.
These are my friends. This guy's name, we call him Prince. Bald already. This is a guy named Dank. He's a compulsive liar. Yeah, Joey's this vice bitch still there. Written by Fuck You. And that's just how we talk, though, you know?
Another thing, okay? And I don't mean to keep pausing, but I just got to pick apart certain things to help you understand. If you're an incel, you can start to see why. If you listen to me, you don't get mad. I know you get mad easily, and that's why you're an incel, because you're too emotional, okay? But if you put your emotions to the side and you listen to me, incels, what did we just see right there? He's hanging out with a bunch of other incels. And what is the cliche saying? Birds of a feather flock together. You're the sum of the 4 people you hang out with, right? If you hang out with 4 people, you'll be the 5th one. If you hang out with 4 incels, you'll be the 5th one. So what does that mean? When you sit around with other incels and you guys are talking about incel things and you guys are just mad at women and you guys are all just complaining, you guys are acting like women, complaining about your problems but not looking for a solution, you're not going to get anywhere in life. So you either got to cut off your friends if they are all losers, or what you can do is you can stand up and you can say, I'm going to make the change. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to be the one to change this. And then I'm going to teach my friends, my incel friends. And if they don't want to learn, fuck them. They can get fucked. Okay? Because if they want to stay in this weak, low-level mindset, being incels, then they can. But I'm going to try my best to help them out. I'm going to try my best, but I'm going to figure this out, okay? I'm going to be the one out of this group that's going to figure this out. So that's the type of mindset you got to have. You got to be the one to stand up and take action. Be a leader.
You know, like, this bitch, that nigga, this, that, you know?
Hey,
like,
yo, excuse me?
It's just, like, vulgar. And you could call that toxic, but we're all desensitized to it.
Most of the world was introduced to incels when Elliot Rodger killed 6 people at UC Santa Barbara in
Oh, shit. Yeah, I remember that guy. And see what it is, bro? Listen, I've seen that guy's documentary several times. The dude was an incel. And he was no Diddy, but he wasn't even ugly. The dude had potential. But it was his mindset. If you hear that guy talk, he was a weirdo. Maybe if he was a little more normal, that motherfucker acted like he was in an anime. Talking about women. Oh, I've tried all my life, but women have never given me a chance. My day of retribution will come. I will get my revenge. It's like, bro, do you hear yourself? And you're mad and making videos and you want to kill people because you're an incel and no one likes you? Do you hear yourself? So if that's you, it's not about changing who you are, but try to act more, normal so you can fit into society. If you're going to be that guy who's like, my day of retribution will come, and you're acting like you're in an anime, bro, don't act clueless when no woman wants to mess with you. Because guess what? Women like that smooth guy. Okay? And I'm sure there's going to be some women out there who are going to like anime character guys. But for the most part, bro, how many, celebrities that women just think about this, right? This is the easy example so that you can see, right? Because a celebrity gets more women, right? Because they have more attention on them. How many of them do you see acting all weird and all goofy and, my retribution and all this, right? So you guys got to think about this, and maybe you don't even see it in yourself. Maybe you need to talk to someone like myself so I can tell you, bro, listen, bro, you're acting a little too weird, dog. Okay? If you ever hop on a coaching with me on a coaching call, listen, if I tell you something straight up, it's not for you to get offended. It's not for me to roast you. If I tell you, listen, bro, you're acting weird, dog. You got to change that up a little bit, okay? This is coming from a place of I care and I want you to better yourself so that you can live this life, so that you can stop being an incel, okay? Let's see.
2014.
Police didn't have to search long to learn what motivated a 22-year-old gunman to kill 6 people and injure 7 others.
Before doing so, he
There he is. You see him? Look at this.
Gunman to kill
This
6
guy
people
had
and
potential.
injure 7 others.
This guy right here. There is no reason why this guy should be an incel. There's no reason other than the fact that his mindset was messed up. He literally talks about it in the video. And this is why you guys are the way you are. He talks about it in the video. He says, women have always rejected me. Women have always rejected me, blah, 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 right? Listen, I don't have that mindset. I've probably been rejected just as much as him, or probably even more. But I know how to get women. Why? Because of the mindset. The mindsets are different. One mindset gets so furious and mad that women reject him. The other one learns from his rejections. Anytime that I've gotten rejected, I don't get mad at the woman. I understand that everything is cause and effect. Sure, there's some situations where maybe I'm not the woman's type, but there's other situations where I could have improved. If I'm going into sales and I try learning a sales job and I don't get any sales, I don't get mad that sales just doesn't work. The world just doesn't work. The world didn't want me to succeed. Complain, problem. No, I'm looking for the solution. I'm saying, okay, I could fix something. What can I fix? Okay, maybe my delivery. Maybe I need to slow it down. Maybe I need to tone it down. Okay, maybe I'm going in the wrong direction. Let me switch up the direction so that I can make sure I get to where I want to be. And then eventually you learn that you see results, and the results get easier the moment that you start learning from your losses. All right, so just try to understand, guys, this is a mindset thing for the most part, right? If your looks are not up to par, try your best to fix it. Your best to fix what you can control. But if you can't control it, you have to just accept it. You can't sit there and be insecure, because what will turn a woman off even more is a man who is insecure. Women want a man who's confident. And how do you gain confidence? By accepting everything about your life, by accepting your flaws, right? Doing your best with what you got, trying your best, and if you can't fix it, it's out of your control, so you just accept it. And you're confident about it, right? I have flaws, but I've accepted them, right? Anything that I can't fix and is out of my control, I've accepted it. I don't care about it. So that's why I'm confident, and that's why women are attracted to my mindset. But when you're the type of man who's sitting there and, oh, but I have this and my ears are too big and this and that, that's such a weak mindset. And the mindset is more of a turnoff than your looks. Of course, looks do matter for the guys who are going to comment down below. But it's looks. Of course, yes, looks do matter. I'm not telling you that that's not what matters. But if you can't control it and it's out of your control, then the last thing that you can control is your mindset. If you can't control your facial features, you can control your mindset. You can control whether or not you're going to be an insecure boy or a confident man. That's the only thing in your control.
Before doing so, he posted a 141 page.
Let's read this. Oh my goodness. My Twisted World, the story of Elliot Rodger by Elliot Rodger. I bet you this is exactly, listen, if you go watch like his YouTube videos or whatever, you can look it up, type in his name. And I don't want to make this guy even more famous because the shit that he did was terrible. It was horrible. But if you look up his videos, you'll see this is exactly how he talks. Okay. Humanity. All of my suffering on this world has been at the hands of humanity, particularly women. And this is funny because if you type in incel and you watch some of my last videos, the last video I made on incels, there was an incel just like this. They all type the same. They're exactly the same because it's a mindset thing. It's not anything else. It's their outlook on the world. So they all type the same. Look, all my suffering has been on particularly women. It has made me realize just how brutal and twisted humanity is as a species. All I ever wanted was to fit in and live a happy life amongst humanity. But I was cast out and rejected, forced to endure an existence of loneliness and insignificance. All because the females of the human species were incapable of seeing the value in me. This is the story of how I, Elliot Rodger, came to be. This is the story of my entire life. It is a dark story of sadness, anger, and hatred. It is a story of a war against cruel injustice. In this in this magnificent story, I will disclose every single detail about my life, every single significant experience that I have pulled from my ass. That I have pulled from my superior memory, as well as how those experiences have shaped my views of the world. This tragedy did not have to happen. I didn't want things to turn out this way, but humanity forced my hand. And this story will explain it. My life didn't start out dark and twisted. I started out as a happy and blissful child, living my life to the fullest in a world I thought was good and pure. That motherfucker was talking about, nah, but he really was. If you look at the videos, he really was like that, bro. Like, what is this, bro? Come on. It's the way he looks at the world. That's it.
Blaming women for not having sex with him.
And I will slaughter every single spoiled, stuck-up, blonde slut.
It made him
The dude was a straight up pussy. His mindset was weak. His everything was weak. He goes out there and he kills a bunch of, innocent women who had nothing to do with him. A bunch of guys that he was like, oh, they always go after the chads, the handsome guys. And he's mad at the cocky guys, the confident guys. Everything about him was weak. He killed himself after doing all that heinous stuff, killing all those women. The dude was a bitch.
A hero among some incels. Then, in Toronto in April, Alec Manassian praised Roger on Facebook before driving a van into a crowd of people.
Look at this guy. Him too. Like, bro, look at him. And this guy right here, I could just tell he's an incel. And she's just talking about how he's an incel. Why? Because this guy puts no effort into how he looks. He's balding. His forehead is all the way back here. And he doesn't even put in the effort to get a nice haircut. Look at this. What is this? Like, this right here, if you're balding up here, you shave it off. You rock the bald look. Cool. You have a shiny Mr. Clean head. Cool. You shape up your eyebrows. Take out this unibrow. Okay? Then you grow a beard. You shape it up. You put effort into it. You shape it up. You fade it right here. See, these are simple things that incels just don't put in effort.
People killing 10.
Alec Manassian wasn't part of a terrorist group, but it may not be as simple as suggesting he was a lone wolf.
What is an incel?
It's involuntarily celibate. It's just something you are. Volcel is voluntarily celibate. Incel is involuntarily celibate, meaning you've tried many times and failed. And then there's mental cells, which is probably...
If you fail in this world, you can't get mad at anybody but yourself. If you're outcasted, it's something about you. Sure, the world is cruel. Sure, the world is cold. But it's something about you. Listen, back in my day, I wasn't as social as I am today. And I'll tell you right now, anytime that I wasn't a part of a group, it was because of me. It's because I didn't know how to be social, how to have a conversation, how to not be socially awkward. But it came through practice. It came through accepting that I had flaws. It came through accepting, okay, my social skills need some work. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself. I'm not going to sit here and get mad at the world. I understand I have a problem. And nobody's going to fix it but me. And sitting here being mad at the world is not going to fix it either. So I have to go within, accept it, face my problem, and get to work. And now, my social skills are on point. Why? because I didn't get mad at the world and I focused on the only thing I could control. What I do to change it. That's it.
The best fits me, someone who can't form a relationship because of mental blockage.
What have you been diagnosed as?
Agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, social anxiety, social paranoia.
Gorephobia? What is that? I think I might have that. Watching gore? I watch that shit damn near every day.
Agoraphobia, obsessive compulsive disorder, social anxiety, social paranoia. That's not even a thing.
I'm gonna look that up. Gorephobia. And no, I don't watch gore on some weird things. But I believe that, everything that's on those websites are happening in the world. And yes, it's horrible. Yes, it's hard to watch. But it's happening. And it just shows me like how bad humanity can get, right? Because I watch some of those videos and I'm not condoning anyone to go out there and do it. You do whatever you want, right? But when you watch those videos, and this is off topic, but I'm just gonna be really quick. When you watch those videos, it just shows you that people aren't as nice as you see in day-to-day life. People can get dark, people can get evil, people can get twisted. Okay, and if you've seen those videos for yourself, you see that humanity is not all sunshine and rainbows. It gets dark.
Joey is 23 years old. He doesn't have a job. He's not in school. On a given day, he may not. He doesn't have a job.
Look at this room, bro. It looks gay. Look at this. What is this? Bro, change that. Look, you want to know the simple way to do things? Neutral colors, okay? All these designs. No, what are you doing with all these designs? Look at this. This doesn't match. This doesn't match. You got flowers. It looks like you're in your mom's house. This doesn't match. This doesn't match. Nothing matches. How about you paint your walls gray, a neutral color, or you paint them black? I have my walls black. You paint it black. You have your bed white. You have something around here that pops out, like something white or something black with some accents on it that are simply things that go together. They're cohesive. It's not this whole mess. It looks like a mess, bro. The desk, put it up to the wall. Why do you have it tilted like this? Make everything look organized. Make everything look nice. Have your walls painted a neutral color, not pink or green or some childish color. Look mature. Women like maturity. And when they walk into your room and it looks like a mature man, they're going to be instantly turned on. They're going to be like, okay, this guy takes care of himself, right? It's something that makes them comfortable. A woman coming into this room is not going to get comfortable. Why? Because it's a mess. It's a mess. It looks weird. But if a woman walks into your room and it smells nice, you got a candle lit, the walls are nicely painted, everything goes together, it just looks like a comfortable ambiance. Your bed is done, not like this. She's gonna feel comfortable. And that's the main thing. If you want to stop being an incel and you want to learn more about women, the main key is to make them comfortable, bro.
He's not in school. On a given day, he may not get up from his chair, where he sits sometimes for 2 days straight, smoking cigarettes and running chat rooms.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you seen that keyboard, bro?
Have a job.
Look at that
he's
keyboard.
Not in school.
It looks like bro be using a little too much lotion.
On a given day, he may not get up from his chair, where he sits sometimes for 2 days straight, smoking cigarettes and running chat rooms.
Honestly, I feel more real here, sitting in front of the computer. When I go outside, I almost depersonalize a little bit.
See? He feels more real on a computer because it's the easy thing to do. It's when guys tell me, yeah, I don't approach any women in real life, but I approach women online. That's not approaching women. You got to have real human interactions. And you taking the easy route and getting on your computer and just typing away, right? It's never going to help you. That's what you're going to do all day is just type all day. Like the people who comment on my last video and want to argue behind their keyboard, but when you tell them, hey, let's hop on a call, let's discuss this on live, they run away. So listen, you got to have real human interactions, and it's never going to get easier. That fear that you have, it's never going to go away. Never. Until you face it. Until you get in front of it and you control your mind amidst the fear. When you're in that pressure and you control it, you get stronger. Your mind gets stronger. So I might have to make more videos. I might have to do like in-field content where I talk to people and random strangers and stuff to kind of show you guys, like, you have to go out there and start to socialize, start to say hello to this person. You don't have to have full-blown conversations, but as you're walking by people, you get comfortable with just breaking, this barrier that's in your mind of just talking to people. Hey, how you doing? Hey, hope you have a good day. Everything good? How you doing, man? Hey, blah blah. You're just doing small little comments here and there. And then eventually you try to progress it a little more. And then eventually you progress it a little more. And once you feel comfortable talking to everyone, then you start talking to women. Then you go up to a woman and have a conversation. Even if you're nervous, even if you're afraid, you do it anyways. Because taking the easy route in life will never push the needle forward. It will always keep you exactly where you're at. So if you really hate being an incel, if you really hate being where you're at, then you have to choose the hard route. You have to do what's hardest for you in that very moment. Because if you say you hate being an incel, but what you do is you just get on a computer and type all day and avoid human interaction all day, then you must not hate it enough. Because if you did, you would start to do something about it to get stronger and change.
It and feel like I'm playing a video game. I don't know what that is. It's just a state of mind. It's probably just a side effect of isolation.
Are incels violent?
I don't think they're really violent. They're very meek. And when an incel attacks, it's not the same type of thing as when Dylan Roof shot up that church or when ISIS blows people up.
He said it feels like a video game to hop on there. Bro, you got to understand. You got to have a sense of urgency. We have one life. You cannot go your entire life without experiencing what clapping a woman's cheeks feels like, right? Consensually. For those of you incels who don't understand, you cannot go your entire life without understanding what that feels like. You cannot go your entire life without understanding what it's like to have a woman lust over you. You cannot go your entire life without having real social interactions, being ostracized from the group. You can't do it. You have to improve. And you can, but you have to start understanding that you can improve. And it's on you. The reason why these incels get so mad and they say that there is no solution, that it's never going to change, is because they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to accept the fact that it's on them. Because if they say, well, there's no solution, then they take all their power away and they say, well, it's not on me. It's just the cards I was dealt. It's not on me. I don't have to do any work. It's just the world. This is just how the world is. People hate me and it's just because of them. No, you need to take self-accountability, full self-accountability to truly change.
Are perhaps more masculine. These are like docile men.
Soy
who
boys.
have like this bottled up thing and then it comes out as an outburst of anger. But I think that's uncommon.
People joke about killing women.
That's a higher percentage. People who joke about killing women.
The jokes were ambiguous enough that Reddit banned its incel forum last November for violating its policy against inciting violence. But incels still talk on sites with fewer rules, like 4chan and incels.me.
What does Elliot Rodgers mean to the incel community?
People look up to him, I guess, in some sense.
Look up to this loser? Come on, bro.
Not in the chat room I run. It's part a joke, part people look up to.
And do you like the ambiguity that you can't tell whether they're joking or not?
Yeah. Well, that's
even if they're talking about someone who killed people.
Well, I think that it's part of a way for them to heal themselves. Maybe they feel bitter and resentful like he did, and to be able to laugh at him is a way to be able to laugh at themselves.
Incels believe in a strange cosmology where a male archetype named Chad talks to women with ease and is rewarded with sex. Incels define themselves in opposition to this, as too ugly or awkward, and resent women for falling for the Chads of the world.
Before we came here, I told you to just...
Why don't you become a Chad? Why don't you become the man who gets that, right? You can make it happen. If you start facing your fears, if you start grabbing your balls and you start doing what's hardest and put in work, accept that it's all on you. Accept that you're where you're at today because of you, and start doing something to change it.
Just Be yourself. You said that was a joke.
The joke was like, he's some skinny loser and Chad does something awesome and he goes, hey man, how do you do it? And the guy, Chad, just goes, just be yourself, man. Chad doesn't realize that, his good looks or his muscles or
Just be yourself. That is true, but to someone who is an incel, that is not going to give them any sort of help in any way. Just be yourself, bro. Yeah, be myself. I'm a loser. So if I be myself, I'm going to continue getting the results that I'm getting. So that's terrible advice for someone who is just at a weak state of mind. You have to give them directions. You have to tell them, okay, listen, this is what you got to do. You got to improve your looks. You have to work on your body. You have to get a nice haircut. You have to smell good. Buy some good cologne, right? If you can't really control how your face looks, you've already maximized your looks and you've tried your hardest, then control what you can control. You can smell really good, right? You can buy colognes that no woman has ever smelled before and it smells so good. You can have qualities about you outside of your looks that you can control. Your style can be so on point. You can dress in a way that's so on point that women just look at you. They're like, man, that guy knows how to dress. That guy knows how to dress. That's attractive in itself. And then she walks and you walk up close to her and you smell amazing. What? Come on, bro.
or his financial status or his social status are what make him successful and what get him friends. He doesn't realize that. He thinks it's just his personality that does that. It's just virtue of him being him.
Incels think that without a stigma on female sexuality, women will sleep with countless high-status chads, leaving the remaining 80% of men sexless and resentful.
Women who have had sex with 100 plus men, and now they're kind of ostracized from their communities, and they feel that they were kind of lied to by a feminist progressive society that told them it's okay to flaunt your sexuality.
But that just seems kind of like a cartoon to me. Like, I don't actually know in my personal life many women who've slept with hundreds and hundreds
You don't?
of men.
You should interview girls 22, 23 right now and ask them how many.
But they're speaking from this fantasy that they have in their head. Sure, there is some woman out there, but are you speaking from experience? Are you speaking from any experience? That's why when incels comment on my post and they're telling me how women think and that women want, what experience are you talking about, right? Because I understand someone telling you, hey, listen, I don't believe in that, and here's why. Here's my experience, and here are my results. If you have results in talking to women and you tell someone, hey, this is how you do it because these are my results and my results are better than yours. But someone with zero results can't tell someone with results, yeah, this is exactly how they think and this is why. Bro, you've never experienced it on your own, so why are you talking?
Partners they've had.
For all the anger directed outward toward women, there's more directed inward. Incels are dangerous, but mostly to themselves.
He's gonna get his dick out. That's what he does. Gets his dick out, shits his pants. He's shitting his pants.
See, bro, you guys are weird, and this is the problem. And this is not for you to get mad about it, but it's for you to understand why it's happening to you. Because you're probably acting weird like this. Stop acting so weird and stop scaring away the huzz, and you gonna get some action, brother.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This is what
Like how do you think that's funny in any way? Oh, yeah, I just shit my pants. Like, bro, what the hell? I wouldn't want to hang out with you, brother. Only weirdos would do some shit like that. Like, come on, dog.
what happens.
Wow. This stunt was one of this guy's recurring jokes. So was suicide. He died at home on July 7th. Coroners haven't yet ruled on a cause of death. In this subculture, people bond over self-loathing. Joey says it's therapeutic, but 4 of his friends have killed themselves.
Yeah, because it's always therapeutic to complain. Guess what? It doesn't feel good to not complain. It doesn't feel good. I go through shit in my life and I don't complain. But you want to know why? Because complaining is not going to do anything but waste that energy. When you say, "Oh, I'm an incel. I'm mad," or "I'm fat. I'm mad that I'm fat. It sucks that I'm fat. I can't believe that I'm fat," right? You're wasting that energy, as opposed to using that internally and being mad that you're fat, being mad about your situation, regardless of what the situation is, and just being pissed off about it and being like, just genuinely quiet. You don't even have to say anything, because when you complain, you feel better. Your brain feels like, okay, at least I talked about it. It's gone. Okay, the weight is off my shoulders. No, you have to sit there and internalize it. It has to piss you off, because emotions are great towards achieving your goals, right? Emotions aren't great if you don't know how to control them, but if you can control them and use them to your advantage, because emotions can be like a sword. If you grab it by the blade, it can cut you. If you don't know how to control your emotions, they can cut you. But if you grab it by the handle, you can now use it to your advantage. It's the same thing with the emotions. If you're sitting there and you're mad, you're pissed off about your situation, you can use that anger as motivation to go. You say, man, I'm pissed off about this, bro. Like you're just thinking this in your head. I'm mad that I'm fat. I'll never, ever, ever let anyone call me fat ever again. I'll never let myself get to this point again. And you go and you learn on macros, and you go and you work out. You go, you relentlessly hold your word. You don't quit. You don't give up. You continue going to the gym over and over. And then after 6, 7, 8 months, maybe even 3, depending on where you're at, you're going to see results. And that's the energy that you needed to get there. All right. And if you need help achieving that, shoot me a DM, Optimal Man Coaching on Instagram, or on Gmail at optimalman@gmail.com. Okay. So I'll help you out if you really need it. Well, that's it. That is what the life of an incel looks like. All right, guys. If you have any additional comments to add to this topic, leave them down below. I love my YouTube. I love talking to you guys. Even the people who disagree with me, I love having conversations. I love having discourse with you guys. So if you guys have any more thoughts that you would like to add to this topic, leave them down below. Peace out, guys.